It is not for everyone. Hey queens, what is up and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, it's going to be OnlyFans related. Some of you girls love the OnlyFans videos, some of you want my regular content, but this is gonna be an OnlyFans video. More of just like a casual real talk video, honestly. There's a couple of things that I wanted to address and just chit chat about. So for those of you that don't know, OnlyFans is obviously a platform where you can monetize your content. It's super huge and it has blown up through the quarantine. It's just like bigger than ever. So many girls have signed up for it. I have a few referrals that have signed up using my link, and it just has grown so much. In general, it was always big, but I think during quarantine it kind of really blew up because a lot of people were out of work and that business kind of stood steady, honestly. So you can monetize your content. You can post absolutely anything you want, or you can do like more of the X-rated content, which is what probably would get you the most money. Now, I make thousands a week. Thousands a month. Okay? You could too, but this is what I wanted to talk about, is that it's not for everyone. It's not easy. Like, people think it's easy. It's not easy. It's not just here, sell some pictures, boom, you're rich. No. You are capable of making thousands on this platform. I know girls that are making so much more than I am. I know girls that are making less. It's entirely up to you what you post on there. It's entirely up to you if you decide to sign up. But I just wanted to talk a little bit about my experience with it so far. I've already done tips and tricks videos. I'm going to do more. I've actually made a second page. I have not started working on it yet. But that will be completely unlinked to any of my social medias. My identity will be hidden, and the journey will begin of me showing whether or not, because I don't know, this is an experiment for me, whether or not you can be successful while hiding your face and not having a large social media following. I don't know. I'm gonna put it to the test, and this way I can actually help girls grow from like a real experienced standpoint as opposed to just bullshitting. So we'll see how that goes. But OnlyFans is not for everyone. A lot of people are intrigued by the idea, but it is not for everyone. If you are shy, it is not for you. I am shy in a weird way, but in front of the camera, especially if you're alone, I'm not shy. So I don't understand when girls are shy, how they're shy in front of the camera, but some people, I guess, they know that it's going to end up being publicized. So that idea that it will be watched in the future makes them shy. So I do get it to an extent. But if you're shy, it's not for you. You're ideally selling pictures of yourself, selling content of yourself. You're selling yourself. So if you're shy, it's not for you. Get that out of your mind. It's not the right business for you. If you're sensitive, get that out of your head. It is not the right business for you. Unless you want to become a badass bitch with a badass attitude and learn not to give a fuck, it is not for you. If you are shy and you are sensitive, but you want to step out of your comfort zone, fine. This is actually going to help you, but you have to take those leaps out of your comfort zone. Otherwise, you're never going to get there. You're never going to succeed on the platform. Why I say you can't be sensitive is because there's a stigma when it comes to OnlyFans that it's obviously adult-rated content. So some people are afraid of being judged, and the sad fact is, you will be judged. You will be judged by your families. You will be judged by your friends. You will be judged by coworkers. You will be judged by so many people. You will be judged by strangers. And at the end of the day, it's up to you whether or not you want to let that judgment go to your heart, go to your mind, or just go out the fucking window like I do. I could care less about what people want to say, honestly. But I have seen, within these few months, I have seen you will get judged. You will be called all sorts of names. People will think they know you, but they don't. So if you're sensitive, that stuff will hurt you, as opposed to those who can just brush it off or just take it with a grain of salt and just keep on moving. So that's something to consider. You can't be shy, you can't be sensitive. If you are and you still want to take that leap, then you have to like really change your mentality, fake it until you make it, and just learn to not give a fuck. It's not for lazy people. OnlyFans, you can make freaking thousands. You can make so much damn money on this platform, but you have to work for it. Like, you have to work for it. You're going to have to constantly be coming up with different content ideas to keep your people intrigued. You're going to constantly have to be taking photographs and photo sessions, posting, interacting with your people, just being super active on the platform. You can't just post one thing, let it go, and just think you're going to make thousands. No, like, you have to take it seriously. There's planning, there's organizing, there's finance aspect to it all. There's just the self-discipline to create content every single week, to keep putting things out there, because otherwise you're not going to keep the people intrigued. You're not going to give them a reason to keep subscribing, and you're not going to make the most amount of money from messages. So OnlyFans, you can make money from tips, private messaging, and subscription based. So you have to kind of try to interact with all three of those things, and that's a lot of work. On top of that, you have to keep your fans happy by talking to them every day. Like, I know what sets my page apart than other girls when they get so big is that they start having assistants. They start having people, like bots, respond to their people. And like, my guys, they know it's really me writing. And I think that's what's keeping them coming back. I don't know if I'll be able to keep that up forever, because I'm obviously not that big yet. I only have 1.2 thousand subscribers, fans. But it's work. It's literally work. It takes hours out of my day to respond to all the messages. Sometimes I'll respond to all my messages and then it's flooded again. And it's like, it takes work to maintain these pages and make the money that I make every single week. So I definitely make well in the thousands every week, every month, and I know why I make that. And it's because I'm consistent and I take this seriously. It's a job. I also have fun with it. You're gonna want to have fun with it, but at the end of the day, it's a job, and you have to be consistent. You have to plan. You have to organize. You have to be disciplined. So pretty much you're gonna get what you give. Like, if you give nothing, if you post once a week, if you don't write to your people, if you don't do your job of being creative, because at the end of the day, it's for content creators, you're not gonna get anything. You're not gonna make thousands. You'll maybe make a few hundred here and there, and if you're fine with that, great. If it's just a side gig, great. But if you want to take this seriously and really maximize the amount of money you're making, you get what you give. Another thing, so I mentioned it's not for sensitive. It's also not for like weak-minded people. You're going to want to really have thick skin, because there's going to be a lot of guys that are going to offer you so many different things, so many different opportunities, so many different opportunities. And it's going to be up to you to say yes or no. Like, I know for a fact what my hard boundaries are. I will never meet a fan. Will I do meet and greets down the line? Probably, but that will not just be for like OnlyFans people, even though majority of it probably will be OnlyFans guys. But that's a meet and greet. I will never meet one-on-one. I will never go into one-on-one like situations with a person. So you have to know what your hard boundaries are, because you're gonna be talking to so many people that have so many different interests. So many different interests, and they're going to offer you so many different things, and it's up to you to decide what you want to take advantage of and what you want to turn down. So it's not for the weak-minded people. You have to know going into it what you expect, what your boundaries are, and you have to stay true to that. Don't be influenced so easily by these offers. Also, money talks, right? But you want to be careful. You don't want to accept offers. You never want to put yourself in danger's way. At the end of the day, it's still dangerous. You're still talking to people that you don't know. You never want to give personal information. You never want to let them know where you live. You want to really make sure that you're staying within the platform, that you never give banking information, just any inkling of where you live, like things like that. You want to take precaution, because you don't know who's on the other side of that screen. They can make fake names. They can make fake profiles, whatever the case. You don't know who is watching, so protect yourself at all costs. Never meet with someone, especially just one-on-one. Like, that's not safe. Like, just please be smart, know your boundaries, and just be wise. That's it. Like, just be wise, okay? Bottom line, if you are using OnlyFans for adult-rated content, you are a sex worker. Like, there's no other way around it. You'll be labeled as such. You'll be treated as such by some people. Yeah, so essentially you're a sex worker. You're going to be labeled as such. You're going to be treated as such. I've gotten nasty comments from men about it. And honestly, this is where, again, I say you have to be thick-skinned. You have to just not care. Especially if you're doing it when you're a mother. It's more real, because you do have kids to think about. And I do worry about how it would impact her in her later years, like if she's in school. But I also just feel like I would punch somebody in the face if they want to talk shit to her. I know that's not realistic. But I am doing this also for her. I know that sounds bad, but I make so much more money doing this, and I do plan on quitting my job within a couple of months. I plan on quitting my job, and I'll have a lot more time with her, and I'll have opportunities being built up aside from OnlyFans that I am currently working on, that eventually I won't have to do OnlyFans. So I'm hoping that by the time she really is in school and kids are old enough to like make fun of people and stuff, I hope I won't even be in it anymore. But at the end of the day, whatever you put on the internet, it's there forever. Like, there's no going back once you do sign up for this. That's something to really, really think about. But when I have loads of money to save, to travel, to go on vacations, to have the house of our dreams, just to build the life that I really want, that I wasn't getting from a real career job. Like, I was drowning in debt, busting my ass. I'm too tired when I come home. I can't even play with her sometimes. Sometimes I feel so bad, like I'm neglecting her because of how much I work. That's going to change soon, and this is giving me that opportunity. So yeah, call me a sex worker. I don't give a fuck. When I'm providing the life that I want for myself, for my daughter, for us, like, we're going to have a life of fucking luxury, and I'm not going to work as hard as I do in a job where I'm not fucking getting the return. I'm tired of making somebody else rich. I'm so tired of making a fucking corporate company richer and richer, busting my ass for that company, when I could be using that same mental energy, that same physical energy, and busting my ass for myself to expand my business. And like I said, as long as you take this money wisely and you invest in stocks, you invest in property, you invest in new businesses to expand your money so that you're constantly making money even when you sleep, and you set yourself up for success, eventually I won't have to freaking be an OnlyFans model. But I feel like no matter what, I'm going to stay somewhere in this industry because it's too lucrative, and that's just my personal opinion. So it's something to think about, you know? Eventually, when she gets older, I will explain to her what I do, and I feel like me and her are going to have that relationship that she's going to respect me. I'm going to set stuff up in such a way that she will never, ever, ever have to think about doing anything like this herself. If she ever came to me and said she wanted to, down the line, I'm going to support her no matter what she wants to do. I will never be that parent that's going to hold their child back. But ideally, I would try to persuade her not to, and I would try to set her up to the point where she would never even have to consider it, okay? Relationships and OnlyFans is another thing you have to think about. Not all guys are going to want a girl that is an OnlyFans model. And for me, what I have to say to that is, if you're a man and you're too insecure, or you just don't want your woman showing all her goodies, whatever the case, you're not for me, boo-boo, because I'm not getting out of this business. You're not for me. Like, I'm not here for the insecure man that can't take it. I rather eventually, when I am ready to have a man, that man better be behind the camera, be oiling me up, be suggesting different positions and all that good stuff. Like, but at the end of the day, if you are in a relationship, you have to think about that. If you're wanting a relationship, you have to think about that. It's going to impact the men that want you. It's going to impact whether a good man that you like is going to be okay with you doing that, or whether or not you'll have to stop for that man. Like, OnlyFans and relationships are a tricky situation, because I work with a lot of men. The majority of the men say that they will never have their girl do that. Okay, I'm not going to ever be a girl, so don't worry about that. But there are some men that are like, nah, fuck that. I'll be there. I'll be helping her make the money. Like, I'll be part of the work environment, right? But each to each his own. But that's something to think about. Not all men are going to be okay with you doing that. Whether you want to give a fuck or not is completely up to you. And if a man is going to try to get me to stop, you better have, like, compensation for that. Like, you better be covering all my bills, all my debt, and all my expenses before you ever think about asking me to stop. Lastly, I feel like I just went off a tangent. Lastly, it's going to be on your background check. So if you don't have a job, you're doing it just for now. Later on, you plan on getting a corporate job. It's going to be on your background check. Plain and simple. It's going to be on your background check. Your future employers will know about it. Will that stop them from hiring you? I don't know. But that's something that you really, really need to know, think about, and consider. It will be on your background check. That's pretty much it. This was some real talk, OnlyFans real talk. I haven't seen a video like this. I just kind of wanted to, like, spit it out. And that's pretty much it. I'm sorry that I'm all over the place. That's just who I am. Okay. I love you, queens. Thanks for watching. Bye.